Hey guys, watching Volgora's videos, and I got a beer review for you. This is Henry Weinhard's Northwest Wheat. If you look on the side there, it says it's brewed in Hood River, Oregon. So that's cool. Pretty local brew to me. I mean, it's like a 3-hour drive, but whatever, still in my state. And then it says Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I guess it's 2 breweries. The sad news is that they were, I don't know when, I didn't look into it that far, but they were bought out by Miller Coors. So it's pretty much every smaller brewery has been bought out by, the big boys. But, I'm not going to let that get me down. I mean, I like Shock Top, and Shock Top is obviously made by Anheuser, not bought out by Anheuser. There's a big difference. But, anyways, I'm going to crack it open. It is a twist off, so it's not that expensive. Actually, it's not really expensive. Let's go for the pour. Kind of small amount for this glass. Probably just put my light about like that maybe. Yeah, that'll probably work. Okay, so Henry Weinhard's. There isn't much of a head. People are complaining how it's like clear. Hate to break it to you people, that's not really clear. That's like a orange, like if you're looking at my door, it's like the same color as my door, Yeah, it's like the color of wood. So that's definitely not clear. Let's have my flashlight on me. No I don't, but anyways. That's definitely not clear. It's like a tangerine, well not a tangerine, but like, orange. Like a light orange. Pretty much the same color as the label. However, if you look closely, it is pretty carbonated. I guess people tend to frown upon that. In my opinion, when it comes to something that's easy to drink, it doesn't bother me. It just makes it easier to replenish yourself.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's your father?
Not home yet. Oh yeah, I didn't smell it yet. The smell, I've heard reviewers say that they can taste corn, or they didn't say rice, but they said corn. Me?
I smell ham. Did you check my ham?
No, I did feed the animals and put wood in the fire.
All right.
There isn't really much of a smell. I mean, but if you drink it and then smell, you can smell as you taste, and it's kind of a light, just a light, easy. There's not much to smell. I guess buttery, because that's what I read. They say it's buttery, but I don't know. But anyways, this is 4.8%, which isn't much, but remember, it's an easy drinking beer. I wish it was a higher percentage, at least 5, because, you got like, the one I really like, again, is the Ice, which has been dented up. That's 5.5%, and you can definitely tell going from a 5.5% to a 4.6, 4.7, or 4.8. Anyways, let's just chug this down. Oh, it's cold. Oh. I would chug if it was warmer, but man, it's cold. But I've been seeing a couple of good reviews, but actually the one good review I saw was on the IPA, not the private reserve. It says Northwest wheat, but really you can't really taste that much wheat. But it's a good starter beer if you just want to try something different. It's not, done by the big Coors, Miller, whatever. But it is owned by Miller, so you could say it's the same, but it's not. I mean, I also watched the reviewer say that it's like just like a typical adjunct lager. I'm like, no, it's not. I don't taste any corn or rice or any foulness at all. I mean, I just don't get the foul. I mean, I don't get the negative criticism. I don't understand it. I mean, it's not like you're reviewing an expensive beer. It's not cheap, but it's not expensive. I mean, actually, compared with other beers, it is pretty cheap. I got it at Walmart. It was $10 for a 12-pack, a 12 case, whatever. And at first I was thinking either Hamm's or Rolling Rock because that's cheap beer. And you can get a 12-pack, 12-ounce cans of Hamm's for only $12.88. No, oh my, that was on my ass. For $7.88. And that's cheap. That's a good deal. And then I'm like, well, Rolling Rock, that's $11 for that's $9 for a 12-pack. But then I realized, wait a minute, I just looked at Henry Weinhard's, and that was just $1 more. $1 more. I think for $1 more, I'd rather have Henry Weinhard's. So based on it's cheap, when you buy a 12-pack for $10, and then you got deposit, but that's not that much more. It's maybe a buck, not even $1 extra, like 58 or I don't know what, 55 cents difference for the deposit, but whatever, it's not a big deal. That comes out to $5 a 6-pack, and this is way better than Rolling Rock. And I just don't understand the negative criticism. I mean, you buy if it was like in the price point of Pyramid, or I don't know, if it was in like a $7, $8, $9 price point, I could see the criticism. I can see, well, for that much money, if it was that expensive, it wouldn't be worth it. But when you take into account it's so cheap, it tastes great, it's really refreshing, and cheap, refreshing, and it's not clear, it doesn't have a foul taste or a foul smell. How can you complain about that? I mean, I don't get it. So based on that, I rate this an 8.5. I mean, I rate it really high. I mean, if it wasn't such a low percentage, if it has a higher percentage, I'd give it a 9. But 8.5 for me, because it's cheap, how can you complain? It's like, you gotta have your cake and eat it too. Well, there you go. I just don't understand you complain. I don't understand how anybody can compare it to a Budweiser or a Miller or Busch or Coors. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me, because you got Busch, it's really watery. It tastes like seltzer water. I'll drink it, but it doesn't have much flavor to it. It's just like drinking carbonated alcoholic water. Then you have Coors, is like drinking carbonated metal water. And then you have, well, yeah, I don't know. It just depends. And then you got Budweiser. It's like drinking rice soap or rice water. I mean, I've had bad experiences with Budweiser. And then you got Bud, Miller, Coors. I think that covers it. Anyways, I give it a good rating. maybe next time. I mean, the taste, it almost tastes like a, this is kind of a bad, it's going to sound bad, but just being honest, it almost tastes like a light shock top, which isn't bad, but I just wish it had more girth to it. But that being said, it's also really refreshing. You know, you can drink a bunch of these. You don't have to worry about. It's really, you know, it's good after cutting grass or, you know, working up a sweat. It's good to just pound one and just it's really thin and easy to drink. It's not like an IPA that's gonna make you feel bloated or whatever. Even though this one right here, this one isn't an IPA, but this one 6%. This was, you know, yeasty or, you know, it left you feel kind of bloated. It was hoppy. This is, you know, thin and easy to drink. It's no light beer. I mean, you can see it's got color, it's got foam, which a light beer is pretty much water. Yeah. So, yeah, 8.5. And just to tell you how my ride, I went to work with my dad up on this house on the hill, and well, before I got there, my car was dead, and so I thought I was gonna jump it off my brother's car. Well, that battery was dead too, so I had to start my dad's car. I tried to push my car back, and I couldn't push it any farther because there's dirt and whatever in the way, so I can't push it over. And I did manage to push my brother's car back far enough so I can get my dad's car close enough to the front of my car, jump it, and then drove all the way up to the top of the hill, which is probably about 10 miles or 9, something like that. And then I got there, I turned back on to see if it would start. Nope, no start. So my battery is toast. And yeah, it's awesome. I made it all the way home without it dying, which thank God. It's not fun to drive around with a dead battery. It's pretty risky. I mean, you pull the clutch out if you're just derp and then you kill it on a stop sign or stoplight, and then you're fucked, you know. So I'm glad I didn't screw up and made it home safely. And I got a text, a friend of mine asking to play games or whatever it was, play a game. Of course, the day that I get a request to play a game with somebody is the day that my car has a dead battery. So yeah, it wouldn't be very smart to go over. I mean, even if they had a car to jump my car with, even if I stay there late and then stay late and then come home when I don't have somebody on the road with me because I left the same time my dad did. So if something happened, my dad could meet me. If I went over to my friend's house and come home later, I'd be screwed. But anyways, yeah, that's how that went. Henry Weinhards. It's just a great, crisp, clean drinking beer. I don't understand anybody who could complain about it. I mean, when it comes out to $5 a case, how can you complain? I mean, I'm freaking serious. I don't understand it. It just blows my mind. I mean, if somebody says bad things about Henry Weinhards, then what kind of bad things you gonna say about Rolling Rock? And you can't say the same bad things because this is way better than Rolling Rock or Budweiser or any other things. And I do like Rolling Rock. It's just you can taste the corn. You can taste, I mean, in the bottom of the barrel or the bottom of the bottle or the can. Sometimes it does taste pretty skunky. I've had a couple of 6-packs I've gotten, and they at the bottom of the can they just tasted really skunky, really gross. So it just depends. Anyways, I'm done rambling. Go out, try Henry Weinhards, and tell me, is it really, like somebody rated it a 5.5 out of 10. Is it really that bad? Really? I mean, seriously, come on. People. Well, there's a 15-minute review. Thanks for watching.